Hello, welcome to my first sketchbook tour of 2026. I actually finished this sketchbook right at the end of 2025, like in December. I'm really proud because I managed to do 2 sketchbooks last year, even though I only started doing them for the first time in like 4 years at the end of May. So I managed to do 2 sketchbooks in around 6 months. Yeah, and this is one of my favourite covers I've done so far. We've got a lot of Tomboy Club stickers, which is like these ones. We've got a lot of Hannah Michelle Bailey, which is like all over. We've got some Pixie Shop, we've got some Space Jelly Shop, and then on the back this is from Tomboy Club's Patreon, and then just a cut-off of some Animal Crossing merch that I had. I think it might be my pyjamas. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so this one's from the 11th of September, and yeah, I did some like intentions at the start, which, you know what, like last time I feel like I was very intentional in my sketchbook, but this time I feel like I really didn't stick to this very well at all. So it was like work on comic making skills, refine existing OCs, get better at character design. I mean, I don't even name these characters, by the way. It's just like things and motifs I draw over and over, like the same cat with wings or something like that. Push out of your comfort zone and remember to let yourself draw what you enjoy most. Don't be afraid to mix media. Make a catalogue of everyday things and how they would look in your world. That's really cool. What? I forgot about that. Have check-ins with yourself. And I also found this somewhere. And I was like, damn, it's really cute. So I'm just going to stick it on my sketchbook. But yeah. Okay, so this is the first page and I really don't like it. Classic. But it was just inspired by me going to the park and feeding the pigeons, which you can see here. I'm like, please don't leave. Please don't leave. I promise I get better. And yeah, this was just, I think this is when I was traveling down to Sheffield. I went to go see an exhibition on my own. This was me practicing for some prompts for Kawafi Turbo, which I didn't end up doing because I just finished a 30-day sketchbook challenge and I was like, I literally just got out of prison. I can't go back yet. So yeah, but these were my little sketches. We've got like me as a goblin, and then Bug Buddies was the prompts for these. We've got some more stuff related to the Bug Buddies prompt here. This is quite similar to what I ended up doing. And then this is just some frogs, and we've got loads of Pokemon characters in the background. I don't know if you can see them very clearly, but yeah, they are just there. Let me turn the light on. Is that better? I'll keep the light on. Okay, I really don't like this page because I feel like the colours are just horrific. But this was the first ever sketch of like the cat fruit market idea that I worked with later on, so got to respect the process. These were some more ideas for like cat collector, and then these were just some doodles. I went to see a really cool exhibition by George Grace Gibson, and it was like a fan one, like with like zines. It was about like Pokemon, like there was like a like an RPG telling of like their life and things like that, and it was just like really cool and really interesting. And they were just like, yeah, mega cool, and it was just an amazing exhibition. Yeah, and then this is just some little fantasy doodles, which I love. This was like a comic I did when I was feeling pretty down. I don't normally do them traditionally, so it was quite nice to draw this. I shaded it digitally, but yeah. I never want to get like the shading wrong. I'm scared because I can't go back, but yeah. This is the final page. I'll keep taking it step by step and choose to be kind to myself even if I fail. Yeah, you know what? I feel like this is like the best composition I did for like any comics this year. So maybe physically doing it like is better for me, like traditionally. But yeah, I've not really topped that like style-wise yet, I don't feel. But I've had better themes. I don't know if that makes sense. And this is a thing I started doing where I drew the silhouette first and then I filled it in. So yeah, yeah, this was a really fun exercise. I kept doing it over and over. Here's another one. I was actually going to go back to this page and like put something else with her, but I actually just think she looks so well, I don't feel like I can say that on YouTube. I'll have to edit that out, but she looks very very cool, hunty with a C on this page, so I love her. And then yeah, this was just some practice stuff for my ceramics class, so like I just wanted to put some designs down so that when I turn up to the class I was a bit less like confused on what to do and stuff, because sometimes I feel like it's really hard to think of stuff on the spot. Like I don't know how people can do that when surrounded by other people. Like my brain just completely starts short-circuiting. So yeah, this is my ideas for my art ceramic class thing that I was doing. This was just testing out new pens because I got like some new Tombos and some new Pentel sign pens. This was a practice for the Me as a Goblin comic that I ended up doing for Kawafi Turbo because I did like 2 days of it or something, maybe 3 days. And then yeah, these are just some doodles when I got my first fountain pen, but like I think there's something wrong with my fountain pen because basically like it's really hard to use and it's like really scratchy. And I found out that the nib can be like too tight or something. And I think that's happened to mine because it's meant to be broader for starters, and then it's like, yeah, it just scratches out, and like I have to be really careful with angling it to actually get something to come out of it. Yeah, it just feels really difficult to write with. And I thought that was normal. Then I saw a video of someone else using the same one and I was like, I've been in hell. So yeah, this is like the sword wielding raccoons. I didn't end up doing that prompt. And then another drawing of the cat in the fruit market. And then, yeah, me testing out some ideas for fonts and stuff, and some froggies. My boyfriend was like, that literally does look like a typeface. And I was like, well, thank you. But yeah, I do want to get better at lettering this year. Yeah, I wasn't happy with this. I'm just like, oh my god, what is that? But I do quite like this little little thing. I was in a cafe drawing these with a friend, and I feel like that always throws me off. Yeah, this is another silhouette study where I drew the silhouette first and then filled in the black lines later, and then these are just some sceneries. I actually quite like the sceneries, yeah, I thought they were quite cute. This is when I watched Lou Over the Wall by Misaki Yuasa, who does Tatami Galaxy and Mind Game and more things. But yeah, I watched Lou Over the Wall, which is kind of like if Ponyo was more weird and aggressive of a film. And yeah, it was just absolutely fantastic because I am like a massive Ponyo stan. I feel like Ponyo is like really underrated in the grand scheme of everything. And yeah, this is like a Selkie kind of mythology thing. It was really cool. Wait, was it? Or am I getting that confused? Oh no, I watched that other really cool film that was about Selkies, the Scottish one. Yeah, it was amazing anyway. I can't really remember, sorry. Yeah. And then, yeah, clearly I wasn't in a good place whenever I did this one. This is a phrase I've been writing for years now. Change hurts like graze palms on the playground. Yeah. Oh yeah, this was like a practice for a comic that I ended up making. It's quite different from the end result and stuff, but yeah, just a little practice. I thought the nib would be broader. Gal, your pen's broken. Like, you see how scratchy it is? Like, it's not normal. Yeah, I'm like, is my skill issue that bad with using a pen? I don't know. Some more silhouette studies. I really like this one. Like, I think she looks really cool. And this one too. Very, very cool. This is like a girl who's meant to be like made out of nature. That's her like head on the side here. Ears there. Because I feel like it's hard to like decipher her. Some flowers and stuff. I don't really like her mouth here. I don't know what happened, but I just rolled with it. Yeah, this is kind of like a Zelda inspired one. Froggy, some little bugs and stuff. Yeah, I was really in a Zelda hole again. This is like inspired by Link, and then, I mean, like most of it is inspired, except this girl who's just random. I was looking at them like chibi body studies and like having a go based on that. But yeah, it's quite fun to draw with these pens. Okay, what have we got here? Just doodles. They were all based on the Kawafi Turbo prompts, but obviously I didn't end up getting forward with it, but it was really fun to just doodle everything. I mean, I practically did the whole thing in doodles already, but I just didn't want to make everything into a finished illustration because, like, yeah, I was just feeling up and down about the whole thing. So I made Katamari cousins in here I can see and stuff, and that's a really funny Bulbasaur. Yeah, this is my QP, which I always default to drawing, which is on my shelving unit downstairs, and I usually draw on the couch, so I feel like I look up and I see my QP and I'm like, I'll just draw my QP. These are some Katamari cousins again, and then yeah, that Bulbasaur looks like you know, the Saddam Hussein hiding space, which was quite funny. But I quite like this spread. I thought it was quite nice. I like this little guy. I was really careful with the lines and stuff. This was me just having a mental breakdown. I was really at rock bottom. Emotionally at that point. I get really burnt out throughout the duration of this sketchbook, and yeah, I worked through the burnout, which is, yeah, quite weird because I don't think that's something I've ever really done before. I kept drawing even though I felt burnt out, and I think it's kind of led to me having a sketchbook that I don't like the appearance of, but I'm proud that I completed. I'm really proud of this spread. I actually just wanted to do the border and I filled everything else in afterwards. I regretted the face turning out like it did, so this is how I would draw the face if I could like redo the page, but I can't, so that's where we're at. But yeah, some bunnies. I feel like I was just trying to draw like as much as possible because I was like, I don't want to lose like my thread of like being in the habit of drawing, even if I'm not happy with what I am drawing. I just need to keep moving. So I went to go see Adela in London. Amazing. Yeah, some kitties on the train home from London, see my friends. Some more little bits. My friend gave me some Stiddleta, Stadolter, I don't know how to pronounce the name, pens, some like super fine tip ones like this. It's Stabilo, it's not even Stadolter. Oh well. He gave me these Stabilo pens, like a pack of them, so I was drawing with them on the way home. It was actually quite fun because usually I always focus on using like broad pens, so it was nice to do something different. Yeah, this is me trying to make my own past versions of Jirachi because obviously he's only got one evolution. So yeah, just some little doodles. This ended up being the design for this Mums and Mail Club, which is really cute. And I also ended up getting it tattooed. So if you can't believe in yourself, how in the hell are you gonna believe in anybody else? Can I get it, man? So yeah, enjoy that. I forgot that this was like the initial sketch, so that's really funny. Yeah. This is me trying to do like a check-in, but like I wasn't very good at keeping up with it this time, and I didn't really want to. I just wanted to draw because I was like, I don't have anything to say, man. I just need this to be over. Detective Gumshoe from Ace Attorney, and then this guy on the train who just really looked like my boyfriend. If you know my boyfriend in real life, then you'll be like, oh, it's your boyfriend. It's like, no, actually, it was just a man on the train who looked like my boyfriend, but he actually had facial piercings. So yeah, slightly different. This is me trying to draw a kappa, and then I drew my water bottle, but I really hated it, so I drew this girl on top and stuck it on. This is like Peko-chan, who I really love. She's a mascot for like an ice cream brand in Japan, and she's super cute. I have some old keychains of her that look like this, and yeah, and this is just like a drawing I got up on my phone and just did my own version of, but I thought it worked really well in my style. I really like this spread, even though it's like quite simple. I liked it. Just some girls. I like this one because it looks like it's from like Animal Crossing or something, and yeah, I just like doing all the different body sizes. I feel like this like exaggerated body movement is quite good for me because I'm quite bad for only doing like static bodies and stuff. So yeah, this was quite dynamic for me. Yeah, just like a little framed one. I think this was inspired by, I was watching Paloma the Peaches sketchbook tar, and I don't know why, this was just kind of inspired by that. Yeah, inspired by that. Maybe the little cupie in the middle. Some cat pages, just some silly big cat pages with my brush pen. Yeah, I don't like that one. But I like the rest of them. Some more kappa. Like kappa's like the Japanese fur claw yokai character, and yeah, I just love this little guy so much because I went to Kappabashi Street in Japan last year, and yeah, I just got really obsessed with kappas and came home with loads of kappa merch, and yeah, it was just really fun. Oh, hello. There we go. Clearly I didn't like this cat because I covered it with a new cat. Yeah. That's just things that I needed to do. Big stretch. Oh, I must have made some gyozas. Yeah, some otters. I love otters so much. They're so cute. And then I love my weird friends. I feel like so many people have done designs like this where it's like this thing round in a circle style. But I feel like, yeah, I don't really like mine. I don't think it looked very good. So I just kind of left it there. Oh yeah, this was like the draft of a illustration I ended up doing of like Kappa sat outside an izakaya, but I ended up giving him a sig, and that was funny. So yeah, my partner was playing Hollow Knight. Oh, what's it called, the new one? Silk Song. And I love these fleas, they're so cute. So yeah, it's just some little doodles. I have no interest in playing that game because it just looks really hard. I don't really want to play games that hard. Sorry, letting women down. Yeah, I didn't like it lol. I had to just draw over the background one with a new one, because yeah, I wasn't a fan of this page. I want a fan of most of these pages, to be honest. I don't really like the sketchbook, but it's finished. I want to wear my hoodie, but it's too hot. Damn girl, I hope you survived. That sounds really hard. Oh god, Jesus. This is my boyfriend. He's very cute and he is extremely lovable. I want to see what it was like drawing like noticeably younger and older people in my style, because I feel like everyone I draw is like my age. So yeah, that's my nana and that's my little brother, just from memory. And this is my best friend Jazz. I just was doodling her because I was just like, I wonder how I could try and encapsulate her personality into like a face, and to me this is what she looks like, because she's just a really cheeky monkey, but she's full of determination, and she's got two really cute black cats, and she's a tattoo artist. This is like the little ink cap that she uses. It's like a heart one, Sylvanian family, little magic thing. Like, she's just so cute and I love her. Yeah, I was really in a dark place here, which is funny because I'm just drawing like silly girls that look like puppies. But yeah, I really wasn't feeling too hot, teeps. I started drawing my boyfriend doing a puzzle, and then I was like, I literally can't bother to draw the puzzle pieces. Girl's so bent out, just stop drawing, damn. And then yeah, just in my pen era, and that's okay. I really wanted to use mixed media, but then later on I do actually use a lot more mixed media. But yeah, I get really tired of the format of this kind of sketchbook because it's like it's just a notebook, and I found that really good for the first time round, and I was like, this is really accessible, it feels more comfortable to get back into drawing, it's not as scary as a sketchbook. But now I'm starting to like feel the limitations of it being a notebook, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I need an actual sketchbook, so I have started one now, and I'm actually so relieved to be back to sketchbook time. But I do really like the sheep. I'm like, damn, I should do something with this sheep. I really like this pigeon as well, to be fair. I kind of ate this page up randomly. Allegories for neurodivergence. Girl, just draw something. I quite like this. I'll just turn it around. This is like a little doodle that I did. I think this is inspired by something that I saw on Instagram. Just the like composition of it. So yeah, it was really cool. This is my night cat. I forgot to give him ears there, so it looks a bit weird. But yeah, I love drawing cats as knights in full bodysuit armor. Just some like characters. This is like a little puppy that I come back to quite a bit. I feel like that it's quite inspired by Sticky in Being Puppy Cat. Like Sticky has some little puppies. At the start of the show, we introduced him to this like stage, and they kind of look similar to this. And I think that's kind of what it's based on for me. Yeah, I mean, at this point, go. I actually really like this. Yeah, unfortunately my auntie passed away and nobody told me that she was dying. And yeah, so I wasn't really in the best place because that kind of hit me out of nowhere. But yeah, when people pass away, I really mourn the space that they inhabited. The lazy Susan still full of food, a concrete garden full of flowers, a universe buzzing with life and love just gone. So yeah. Sunset made me cry on the bus. I cried so hugely, like big hot gibbly tears. A man looked at me, then looked away. Not hateful, not curious even. He just let me do what I needed to do. I felt better. I cry so much on public transport. It's actually insane. Like, I need to go, oh, hi, baby. I'm stroking a kitty, but you can't see. But yeah, public transport is like the best place to cry. Especially if it's like out of town or if you're on a train. That's like the best. But I mean, it was a good bus because it was like to a nearby village rather than it being from like my house to a city centre. So there was like nobody I knew on the bus, could just cry. Kiki is such like a thing that I come back to when I'm feeling down or feeling burnt out. Like I just love coming back to Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service because she just really speaks to that aspect a lot, doesn't she? If you've seen the film, that's just, she's going through it, girl, and you've got to give yourself some grace to be able to get back on the wagon. And I feel like it kind of puts me in more of like a calm state of mind when I watch the film. I didn't even watch it, I just drew her a lot. Some terminal oversharer, me me for the past 5 minutes. But yeah, I quite like this one. Didn't really like the colours, but whatever. That was just a drawing of all the trinkets I had in front of my fireplace. It's not a functional fire, but yeah, it's a cute old fireplace. But yeah, I've actually moved loads of these out of the way now and decluttered it a bit. So yeah, it's just like a little time capsule actually. And there's my Cupie again. It's so cute, like it's literally so cute. And here is, oh baby, what's that? Oh, you're yawning. Sweet baby girl, I love you. And then this is the puppy that I've been drawing. Do I have art block? Not really. I mean, what is art block? Because to me, art block is not being able to draw the things you want to draw and not being happy with anything that comes out. But then like, you can still physically draw, just what you're drawing isn't good in terms of what you think is a good drawing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, well, technically, yeah, I do have art block then because I don't like anything I'm drawing, but I'm not going to stop. So no. When you've got art block but you're really stubborn, I think is the vibe. This is just some designs that I was doing for the mail club, and I'll let everybody pick which one they like the most. They went for the centre bunny, which I was really happy with because that one was actually my favourite. So yeah, worked out. But then there's still some really good designs here, and I'm like, damn, I should come back. I should also do more thumbnails because when I do thumbnails, it's so much easier to do like an illustration. But yeah, I keep forgetting to do thumbnails. Disembodied foot, of course. I wish I mixed my media. Oh, the puppy guy, I love him so much. Like, it literally brings me so much joy. This is one of my favourite spreads, actually. Very cute. This is like a sketch of a painting that I did for somebody. And this was me just testing out acrylic pens. They don't look very good because I've never used them before. Testing out a nail design for Christmas. Oh no, not for Christmas, for my shop launch. That was kind of inspired by Nya. And then another kappa. gal, do something different. This is me having a tweak out, and then because I felt like my skills were getting worse because whatever I drew under there sucked, I was like, let me draw something with a pencil that's like good so that I feel better about myself. And I feel like this actually isn't that bad. I haven't done anything like this in years, like actual years, and it's not too bad, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then I did feel a bit better. A little chow. Yeah, just really falling off at this point. My mental health was really bad. And this is me trying to draw from a book that I have of like really cute plants and stuff. Quite like this guy actually. Should maybe come back to that. Yeah, this is like a little spread that I did that I actually quite liked later on, to be fair. I feel like I was getting like a better grasp of like composition again at this point. And then this is just that challenge you do where you don't take your pen off the paper while you're drawing something. And it was just to keep me drawing, even if what I was drawing was just completely pointless. These are like designs for like my friend's birthday present, but I didn't end up going with these because I wasn't really happy with them. These are quite cute though. I wish I could have done it, but I couldn't figure the colours out. And then this is some ideas for my mum's Christmas present, which then evolved to this, which is really similar to what I ended up doing. And then, yeah, I just didn't get anywhere with these like evil little cats. I kept trying so many different cats. Need to try something else. I love these doodles, but like just none of them felt like they'd be right because I was doing it on like a cut out of wood, like a log. And I was like, if I do that on the logs, like it's just gonna look really like, I don't know, just too simple. Like I wanted something a bit more like painterly. That's so cute. This guy really stood out to me there. I was like, wait, I love him so much. And yeah, this was the final design. But I think I changed it to in my booties in the end. And yeah, I did that on the log. This is on the stickers I came out with this year. This is my purse. This is an imaginary purse. Oh, wow, I love these colours. I feel like, yeah, I just picked out some colours that I really liked with my new pens and then decided to draw something based on that. I was doing a clear out of my clothing. And I was just like, oh, damn, these clothes are really cute. These are just bare things I earn. And then this is like a gal underwater in like a kind of fishing zone. So proud of who I've become. I'm obviously feeling a bit better at this point. You can kind of see where I like dipped off and was like not feeling too great. Like around all this area. Like I'd say a big chunk of it, like I didn't want to draw anymore, but I made sure that I did. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I still can't decide. Oh yeah, this is like me in different outfits, which I actually really like this. I actually love clothes, like I love fashion, so it was really fun to draw me in my little fits. This was like my birthday outfit, which is like an Ed Hardy top and some like karate pants I got from like a vintage place that are like really nice. Well, they're literally here. It's this colour and they're really cute. And it's like a cream with red. Name Collective hoodie with like a mini skirt. It's so hard to find mini skirts in like bigger sizes because I'm like an XL, XXL, and I feel like they always overcompensate by making the skirts longer, and it's like, no, I want my butt cheeks to be out. So I finally found a mini skirt that was mini enough from the 2000s and I love it. I'm like addicted to vintage. It's really bad. I actually sorted myself out a lot this year, but I was still in the top 1% of vintage users on Monza, even though I hadn't bought anything for 6 months, to give an impression of how addicted I was to buying old clothes. This is me with my 2000 ski jacket. Me not learning any lessons from this and just being like, here's my cute vibey clothes. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I was like, oh, I'd love to document my outfits a bit more. Oh, I forgot about this page. This is me trying to do one of them ones where it's like kind of like a cat eye thing. But I feel like I didn't really get the proportions right. But I had fun. And then this pear girl was just petting a cat down the street. Oh, I totally forgot about this as well. Yeah, just like another study. I quite enjoyed drawing that woman on the other page, so I was like, let me have another go with this. And then, like a little, I ended it with this comic, which I totally forgot about, which is, what did I do today? I started my wardrobe out, which is way worse than it sounds. Found the cat chilling under the clothes horse. Really cute. Fried tomato and tofu with rice. Wow, I should do that today. And I got a bath. Pictured is me after I added more cold water, because I always make my bath way too hot, and like I feel like it changes temperature throughout the year, so I can like never get a grasp on whether I'm doing it right or not. That's so funny to end on, just these little freaks. So yeah, I finished on the 13th of December, and then that was my takeaway order, and yeah, I just found that amusing because I'm very mature. So yeah, that's my sketchbook. It was a difficult one. It didn't really feel as like exuberant and joyful and like I don't know, just as good as my first sketchbook of the year did. This one felt like a real slog compared to the other one, but I did it, and that's what counts, and I feel so much better about finishing it. And I'm so happy with my new sketchbook. It's super duper cute. This is what it looks like so far. I made this like little fortune knot on it, and then the paper's like actually nice paper now because it's just this one of them, yeah, Talons ones. And I have got a Cupid baby, like a vintage one coming, and that's like a little keychain that somebody got from Japan, and I bought it, and I'm gonna attach it to my little sketchbook. So I'm really excited to fill this one up and get some stickers on there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry that I've been a bit AWOL on YouTube. If you do watch my videos usually, you know that this is like a bit of a gap for me. But I just wanted to take some time over Christmas because I mean I truly was extremely burnt out. I've given myself like health issues by like overworking myself, and I've only got myself to blame. This is this month's mail club designs. I'm very proud of them. If you'd like to support me in any way, my mail club's the only thing that I'm running right now. I'm just going to take a little break from my shop because I found it really overwhelming to be packing so many orders all the time, and it was kind of eating into my like time to be creative and stuff. So I just really wanted to focus on getting some good mail club stuff out, focus on my sketchbook and stuff for a little bit of time. But there should be a drop around the end of this month anyway. But yeah, I also have a digital tier if you'd like to support me there. And yeah, thank you to all my patrons. I normally film like a little outro and put all your names up, but I'm just gonna keep talking and put all your names up here because I like doing these sketchbook videos as like a one shot because they're so long and difficult to chop up that I prefer to just post the whole thing in one go. So here are the peeps. I bet it ended ages ago and I'm just doing jazz hands. Okay, bye. Have a great year. Have a great, yeah, bye bye bye.